Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Armageddon. Today we're going to be playing a Premier Draft of Bloomburrow. It's been a while since we've done a Bloomburrow Draft, so it'll be nice to dive in at least one more time before the new set Duskmourn House of Horror comes out. So without further ado, let's dive right in and see what we open. Alright, back on pick one. Hearthborn Battler is pretty good. Whenever either player casts at least 2 spells a turn, it deals 2 damage to the opponent. Flowerfoot Swordmaster is fine in mice. Glide Duo is a fine top end for any black deck. Longstock Brawl is a decent removal spell in green. Short Bow is pretty fine too. I think Hearthborn Battler, red is not one of the strongest colors in Bloomburrow Draft, but Hearthborn Battler is strong enough that I think it's worth taking here, and there's not really anything that's super exciting that I would take above it. So we'll start with Hearthborn Battler. Alright, pick 2. Star Charter is decent card advantage in the Bats deck, but Bright Blade Stout is strong in any white deck. So we'll take that. Cash Grab is a surprisingly strong green card. And if Bright Blade Stout weren't in the pack, I would consider taking it. Come and Get It is fine. Starseer Mentor is apparently not even that great, even in Black-White Bats. But I wouldn't take it this early, even if I were in Bats. I mean, I'd be one pick into Bats, so I'd probably take the Bright Blade Stout over it. Even if I had like a Zoraline or something. Alright. Whip the World Mind. Not that exciting, especially since it's difficult to play 3 colors in this set. I think Drift Gloom Coyote is a good follow-up to the Bright Blade Stout. Now it is a bit expensive, so it'll be hard to enable Hearthborn Battler with cards like Drift Gloom Coyote. Thistledown Players is fine. It's amazing how many 3-mana creatures are 3/2s or 2/3s, so having a straight up 3/3 is actually pretty good. Like, for example, the Hearthborn Battler is only a 2/3. Dire Downdraft is blue best common. Oh, and I picked Wick because I timed out. Well, that was pretty bad. I'll take Harvestrite Host. Could take Flamecash Gecko. But I think Harvestrite Host is better in the decks that want it. It's a tough call, actually. Flamecash Gecko also does let you loot lands away, and I don't have any other rabbits, so maybe we'll take the Flamecash Gecko here. Alright. Feed the Cycle would be fine. Carrot Cake is decent. If I'd taken the Drift Gloom Coyote like I was supposed to, I think I would take Carrot Cake. But Feed the Cycle opens the possibility to, say, maybe going into black-red lizards, where Flame Cash Gecko is at its best, and Hearthborn Battler. Bonebind Orator is fine in black. Brambleguard Captain is good in white-red, where hopefully you're enabling your Valiant Mice with its ability. It's pretty good with a Bright Blade Stoke too, and that'll put us deeper into red. Bushy Bodyguard is pretty strong in green. Dawn's Truce could be good. I'm not sure if I want to go into a fourth color here, so I think it's between Thistledown Players and Dawn's Truce. I think Thistledown Players is more what a white deck is looking for. Alright, so here, Ravine Raider is a great way to enable Flame Cash Gecko. Eddymere Crab is good, but blue is the weakest color, and other than blue-green, or if you can get there blue-black, the blue archetypes aren't very strong either, so I don't think I take Eddymere Crab. So I've got 2 mice to go with Might of the Meek. Oh, I timed out again. Took Rapid Response. Alright, Conduct Electricity. I think Cash Grab is enough better that we'll take it here and maybe pivot into green. I'll take Sazakap Screw. Clifftop Lookout is fine. Sticky Tongue Sentinel is good in green. Mind Drill Assailant. So, some suboptimal picks, I have to admit, that I timed out on. Moonstone Harbinger is good in bat specifically. I don't have any ways of enabling it right now. I think Warren Elder is good. Artist's Talent, not good with what I have so far. I think Artist's Talent is better in Constructed than it is in Bloomburrow Limited. Maybe in Sealed it's fine. I think we take the Warren Elder here. That also gives us a rabbit to go with Rabbit Response. Alright, Dark Star Augur is best in black-white bats, where you have life gain to offset the life loss from its ability, but it is powerful. Hazel's Nocturne is also pretty good. Another Flame Cash Gecko wouldn't be bad. I think Dark Star Augur is powerful enough here that I take it over anything else. So we're still trying to figure out whether we're in black-red, black-white, or red-white. Lunar Convocation is splashable. You don't necessarily have to get it down early, and that could put us into black-white. Daggerfang Duo would also be a reasonable pick. And we can enable Lunar Convocation with Darkstar Augur and Brightblade Stoat. Alright, Life Creed Duo is exactly what black-white wants. Cruel Claws Heist, difficult to cast, and discard effects tend to be worse in draft. There's another one with Ruthless Negotiation. Quake Tusk Boar is fine top end in red. Fireglass Mentor. But I think I like Nocturnal Hunger here, because I'm still not sure if I'm going into black-red. Alright, so this is pretty good. There's a Brazen Collector, a Fel, and a Saver. Saver is one of black's top commons. I think Fel, it's a sorcery, so it's slower than Saver, but it is unconditional removal for creatures, so I think we take that here. And then another Life Creed Duo. Don't have any way of enabling Builder's Talent. If I'd opened Builder's Talent, I might have considered trying to build a Builder's Talent deck. Alright, so Saver makes a food, which is good with bats. Daggerfang Duo would be fine. Lily Splash Mentor is a pull to go into green-blue, but I have no green or blue cards, so I don't think I take it. I think I take Saver. And now Bonebind Order as a decent 2-drop. Splash Lasher is a great frog for the Frogs deck. Bravekin Duo. Hidden Grotto might just be better, but I think we take Bravekin Duo. Alright, nothing here, so I'll hit Alt to see, so I need a Wear Down to complete my collection of that. We have all of these, so we'll take the uncommon for Vault Progress, and Ruthless Negotiation. I don't think that makes the cut. So it's looking like we're going to be in white-black. I don't have any ways of giving a gift for Jolly Gerbils. Fabled Passage would be fine, but Moonrise Cleric is actually decent in white-black specifically. I don't have that many mice to go with the Flowerfoot Swordmaster. Fabled Passage would be fine. If this were... maybe it wheels. It probably won't. Okay, so... I think I take the Fabled Passage here. Corpseberry Cultivator is only really good in black-green, where you can enable Forge. And Cindering Cutthroat, same thing. It's really only good in black-red. So we'll take the Fabled Passage here. Sonar Strike is decent removal in black-white bats, if you can enable the life gain ability by having a bat in play. We have 4 bats, so not that many bats, but it's still enough, and I'm in pack 3, and I still need playables. So I think I take the Sonar Strike over something like one of the villages, which would also be... the Mudflat Village might be a pick. Alright, so Carrot Cake is good in black-white bats, but Intrepid Rabbit is possibly white's best common. I think Carrot Cake has the highest games in hand win rate, but it's being pulled up by the other great white cards. None of these are particularly interesting. The Starlit Soothsayer is mediocre, but it is a bat. And I still need 5 more playables. Now I'm definitely regretting not taking the Driftgloom Coyote, or what was the other thing I picked? I guess it would have been Might of the Meek over Rabbit Response. Pileated Provisioner is pretty mediocre, but I'll take it. Okay. I've got Nocturnal Hunger, Savor, Fell, Feed the Cycle, and a Sonar Strike, so I think I want another bat. Early Winter could make the cut. Psychic Whirl. I might have to play it just to make playables. So hopefully we'll get Tangled Tumbler. I could play. I don't really have the tokens to enable it. Alright, we have all of these, so we'll take the Long River Lurker for vault progress. Hopefully we can pick up one more card. So we'd have, I guess, 20 playables with the Driftgloom Coyote if I'd picked that in time. Alright, we have 3 rabbits. We're not really going wide for rabbit response. Darkstar Augur makes a token, Intrepid Rabbit makes a token, Lunar Convocation makes bat tokens, Savor makes a food. So I could consider Tangle Tumbler. Fabled Passage, I can search up any basic land, so I could consider splashing, and maybe something like Hearthborn Battler, but I think if I had like a Hidden Grotto or a Fountain Port Bell, I would be more likely to consider splashing. Alright. So our curve right now tops at 3. So we might even consider playing 16 lands, but then I would need to add 5 more cards. Mindrill Assailant is pretty mediocre, but it is a big blocker, so I can stall out the ground with Mindrill Assailant while I get in with my flyers. Pileated Provisioner is really only good in white-red, where you're triggering Valiant by targeting a creature. This would be pretty good with Brightblade Stoat. Putting a +1/+1 counter on Brightblade Stoat is fine, and I do need some top end. Okay, still need... I only have one 4-drop, one 5-drop, so 16 lands is still reasonable. I only have one other rat to go with Wick, and there's no way I'm going to be able to enable Wick's activated ability to sacrifice snails. So I don't think I take Wick, which I shouldn't have picked anyway. I forget what it was that I timed out and picked Wick over. That might have been the Driftgloom Coyote. And then I think between Psychic Whirl and Ruthless Negotiation, I think I'd play one of these. And I think it's Ruthless Negotiation. Neither one is a particularly good draw in the late game. At least with like Ruthless Negotiation, if I have it early, that can be like a turn 1 play. And then I have the option of flashing it back. I could take Tangle Tumbler as a mana sink. Not likely to enable its ability to become an artifact creature, but putting +1/+1 counters on something like my Brightblade Stoat or a Flyer in the late game seems pretty good. Alright. So we just need to add lands. So I'll do that off camera, then we'll take a quick look at the deck, and then we'll get into the gameplay. Alright, so here's a look at the deck. We're playing 16 lands because we don't have a lot of top end. We only have 3 cards with mana value 4 or higher. So we can do just fine with 3 lands. Although obviously you hope to keep hitting your land drops. We've got a couple excellent bat cards in Lunar Convocation and Darkstar Augur. And Darkstar Augur is great with Lunar Convocation because that means we lose life each turn, and then as long as we gain life, then that means that we would both make opponent lose 1 life and create a 1/1 black bat creature token with fly. And we can also enable Lunar Convocation's second ability by paying 2 mana and 2 life to draw a card. So having that card draw is good. I've got 3 life creed duos and a Brightblade Stoat for some life gain. And Sonar Strike also gains life if we have bats. So does Moonrise Cleric when it attacks. And we've got 6 bats, so we should be likely to be able to enable Sonar Strike fairly well. We didn't quite make playables with cards that I would be especially happy to play, so we are playing cards like Early Winter, Pileated Provisioner, Mindful Assailant, Tangle Tumbler, Ruthless Negotiation, that aren't especially great. Bravekin Duo is fine with the Flyers and with Brightblade Stoat. Marine Raider is okay. Its best home is in black-red, and it's not really a great card for black-white, but it's still a serviceable 1-drop. Warren Elder is a fine mana sink in the late game, even if you're not going wide with rabbits. Thistledown Players is a at-rate creature. Intrepid Rabbit, of course, is great. Starlit Soothsayer, again, if I had a choice, I wouldn't be playing it, but we were tough to make playables, and it is a bat, so it works with Sonar Strike. And then we do have a fair amount of removal with Sonar Strike, Feed the Cycle, Fell, Saver, Nocturnal Hunter, and Early Winter. So hopefully we'll be able to deal with any big threats. So that's our deck. So now it's time to get it into the queue and play some games. on the draw. 2 lands, both colors. I've got Life Creed Duo, Ruthless Negotiation as Fell, and Fell, I should say, as playables. And I can Ruthless Negotiation on 1, so that's useful. And then I only need 1 more land for a Moonrise Cleric. And it's a good thing we've got Fell in hand, because we're a ways from early winter. I will say that early winter is useful against all those talents. So I think this is good, and the only way it could be better is if we were on the play, but can't do anything about that. So we'll keep it. Opponent leads with Plains. We hit Feed the Cycle. I do have a Saver, so I can make a food to forage with Feed the Cycle, but more often than not, we'll probably be needing to have double black for it. So we'll be mean and cast our Ruthless Negotiation. Opponent exiles Conduct Electricity, plays another Plains. Lunar Convocation. I could fell the Warren Elder. I think we play Life Creed Duo. I can take 2 from Warren Elder, since Life Creed Duo is going to start gaining me life as I play more creatures. So no blocks. Alright, we draw Swamp. Drawing the land was good. And then opponent does need to hit 3 more lands to activate Bumbleflower's Share Pot. Alright, they miss a land drop. We're up to 4 lands. So I could feed the cycle, but I think the most efficient play is to play Lunar Convocation. And I can activate Lunar Convocation at instant speed, but I think what we'll do is I'll activate it now so that I will have both gained and lost life on my turn. We make a bat. Alright, so opponent looks like they've missed their land drop again. We hit our 5th land. Opponent's down to 11. I think we'll take advantage of the fact that opponent has a lot of cards in hand and flashback Ruthless Negotiation, because I don't really need to play a removal spell on Warren Elder or Bravekin Duo. Opponent exiles Sazakap's Brew, and that's enough for them. Well, they kept missing land drops and they weren't getting their second color, so I can kind of understand why they made that choice. So opponent probably should have mulliganed to look for their second color, because they obviously kept an opening hand with 2 planes, and they had some spells to cast, but they definitely got unlucky. So we lucked out there, we'll take it, on we go. On the play, 3 lands. Probably would have preferred double swamp for feed the cycle. But I've got Brightblade Stout, Lunar Convocation, Bonebind Order as early plays. Pileated Provisioner can put a +1/+1 counter on Brightblade Stout if it's still around by the time I play Provisioner. And Brightblade Stout is great with Lunar Convocation because I can hit opponent for 2 and then pay the 2 life to draw a card with Lunar Convocation and trigger both abilities. So I think this is keepable. So I think it's Brightblade Stout on 2, Lunar Convocation on 3, and that way we'll be able to trigger the first ability, making the opponent lose a life. Ruthless Negotiation, a turn late. Alright, so I think in that case, what I'll do is I'll play Bonebind Order this turn, and Ruthless Negotiation and Brightblade Stout next turn. Brightblade Stout would strictly be better, but this allows me to be more efficient with my mana. We draw another plains, and another land is fine. Looks like opponent missed their land drop. Well, actually, no, they're on the draw, so they would have only been on their turn 2, so they didn't have a turn 2 play. Opponent exiles a forest. I wouldn't actually mind drawing a swamp, because that means I can play Lunar Convocation and activate it. Alright, opponent plays Hop to it. With the first strike on Brightblade Stout, I can still attack in, and I don't mind if they double block the Bonebind Order. They don't block. Opponent's down to 14, now they're down to 13. They hit their 4th land. Unfortunately, they have removal for my Brightblade Stout. Alright, we hit our 5th land. Too bad it's not a swamp. So I think I play Pileated Provisioner. I think... I also don't mind trading off Bonebind Orator to get back the Brightblade Stoat. And then I think what we do is play Tangle Tumbler and activate Lunar Convocation. So we didn't gain life this turn, so there's no point in activating it until end of turn. Opponent hits their 5th land drop. Alright, Hazard Herbalist. So we're taking 4 here. I could play Ravine Raider. But I think what we'll do is we'll activate Tangle Tumbler. Which I can do at instant speed. Really should have double checked that before I pass priority to opponent's turn. And then I think we'd better play Ruthless Negotiation next turn, while opponent still has cards in hand. Opponent has their own Pileated Provisioner. I think I will trade off Bonebind Order here, since that means I can get back my Brightblade Stoat. Okay, and then I think we do Ruthless Negotiation here. Unfortunately, we draw a Mindrill Assailant. I would really like to swamp. Opponent exiles Polywallop. That's actually good, because they could have used Polywallop to remove my life-free duo. They exile my life-free duo. Draw another Plains. And it's down to 10. Finally draw our second swamp. Unfortunately, we're just dead here because the opponent can activate their Bumbleflower Share Pot. So, good game. Well, that was unfortunate. We got outbombed. Yeah, so opponent doesn't really matter what they had in hand because they could have activated Bumbleflower Share Pot, destroyed my Blightblade Stoat, and then I basically would have had to have chumped with the Life Pre Duo and still taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, yeah, unfortunately, funnily enough, not drawing the second swamp earlier kind of hurt us. And maybe we should have played the Pileated Provisioner sooner and put the counter on the... Where did it go? Yes, I exiled it. The Bonebind Order after all. So, and it's definitely too bad we didn't hit their Season of the Burrow with our discard spell. Which I guess we could have done with Psychic Whirl, because I think they had 2 cards in hand when they had Season of Polywall up and Season of the Burrow. They might have had 3. Anyway, we got outbombed, so hopefully we have better luck next time. Alright, on the play. 3 lands, 2 swamps, which is the preferred 3-land distribution. I think we do Offspring Darkstar Augur, because we've got a turn 3 play in Starlit Soothsayer, and then playing Starlit Soothsayer on 3 after playing Life Pre Duo on 1 triggers Starlit Soothsayer. So that lets us look for either land 4 for Darkstar Augur or for some more action. So I think this is keepable. Opponent leads with Swamp, plays Fountain Port Bell. Looks for Plains, Intrepid Rabbit. So another good reason to look for land 4. We hit our 4th land, and it's a Plains. We don't have any double white cards. And I think I'll play Starlit Soothsayer now. Opponent sacrifices Fountain Port Bell. And then Thistledown players. I think that's fine. Alright, I want land for like an Offspring Darkstar Augur. I hate discard. We can get back Intrepid Rabbit with the Bonebind Order, so discarding Bonebind Order is fine. I think we keep planes because I don't mind hitting my land drops, and that's also won't take damage off Darkstar Augur with a plane. Opponent plays Salvation Swan. No attacks. Alright, feed the cycle. I'll keep that. That lets me get rid of Salvation Swan. Opponent hits their 5th land. Moonrise Cleric is fine. Yeah, drawing 3 cards a turn is pretty nice. I only have 2 cards in graveyard, so I can't forage feed the cycle. So I have to pay 3 mana. We'll Surveil Swamp into the graveyard. Opponent has their own Starlit Suits there. Alright, so opponent could have something to counteract feed the cycle, like a Come and Get It or Scales of Shell. So I think we'll Surveil with Mind Drill Assailant. End of turn. Alright, Nocturnal Hunger. Alright, so let's see here. We've got 7 mana. Opponent's got something they can do at instant speed. I can exile Bonebind Order from the graveyard end of turn. And then I think I attack with Thistledown players. All of opponent's creatures are flying, so ground creatures aren't as important. And then this maybe gets out a Crumb and Get It or other pump spell or indestructible effect out of their hand if they block. And right now they need to block with Salvation Swan if they want to trade. Opponent takes 3. Oh, no, wait. Alright, so even if I activate Warren Elder, they still kill Thistledown players. We'll surveil plains, and then we can forage with Feed the Cycle and still get back. I think we want to get back Intrepid Rabbit with the Bonebind Orator. And that's enough for opponent. We're getting just too much value from our Dark Star Augurs. We'll take it. On we go. On the draw, only swamps in hand. I do have Ravine Raider, Dark Star Augur, and we saw how good that was. I think we'll keep this. I don't really want to go down to 6, and I do have playables. Opponent plays Sunshower Druid. We draw another swamp. The opponent is blue-green. Doesn't have a turn to play. It would have been more efficient to activate Ravine Raider, but I want to get Ruthless Negotiation going, and then next turn I'm probably playing Dark Star Augur without Offspring. Alright, opponent exiles Splash Portal. That's actually pretty useful. Alright, Pileated Provisioner. I could attack with Ravine Raider, but if opponent blocks, then I have to activate Ravine Raider and I can't do anything else. If I draw on a Plains, I would have played Thistledown Players this turn, so that I could have played Darkstar Augur with Offspring next turn. I'm a little concerned here. Opponent plays Polywallop. Alright, we hit our Plains. Alright, opponent mills for land, so that was pretty good. Luckily for me, they don't... get a food. Alright, Fabled Passage. Opponent is down to one card in hand. So I think I'd better Ruthless Negotiation while I still have... while opponent still has a card. It's a Heat Harvest. I don't think I attack, because right now Intrepid Rabbit is my only really good blocker. Alright, so both Sticky Tongue Sentinel and Clifftop Lookout have reach. Alright, what to put the counter on? Wish I had Brightblade Stoat. I think we'll put it on Ravine Raider. And then I could attack with Intrepid Rabbit, now that I have Pileated Provisioner. And then I wouldn't mind drawing another card so I can get Moonrise Cleric and Thistledown Players down. I probably should have got rid of the Clifftop Lookout with my Intrepid Rabbit there so I could attack with the Pileated Provisioner. Wow, can I stop facing opponents with all of the seasons? No attacks. I wish I'd hit that with my Ruthless Negotiation. Alright, so opponents got Polywallop. I can exile Gossip's in talent with Early Winter. Alright, I'm happy to make that trade. Opponent's got lots of frogs, so Polywallop costs 1. They can still cast Polywallop. At instant speed. Front reveals Patchwork Banner. Alright, Bravekin Duo. Unfortunately, he's got Ward, basically has Ward 2, so I can't exile him with Early Winter to prevent Polywallop. There's Patchwork Banner. No surprise they choose Frog. Well, not really anything I can do here. His opponent's got a ton of frogs to attack with Patchwork Banner. And they've tapped down my any decent blockers I had, so we're done here. So once again, got out-bombed. It would be nice if I could stop facing opponents playing the seasons. Anyway, on we go. Alright, on the draw, Sonar Strike would be better if I had a bat. I've got Mindrill Assailant and Bravekin Duo, 2 removal spells, 3 lands. So I think we can keep this. And importantly, I have 2 swamps for Mindrill Assailant. And for Feed the Cycle. So we'll keep it. Now, I was griping about playing opponents playing seasons, the Mythic Rare cycle, almost all of which are bombs. But to be fair, I did out-bomb opponent that one game with my Dark Star Augur where I was drawing 3 cards a turn, so I guess I can't really complain too much. Dark Star Augur would be a nice draw once we hit our 4th land. Opponent... They're on their first... There we go. Okay, so opponent plays a mountain. We've got Fabled Passage, our 4th land. That's good. So we can cast Mindrill Assailant. Looks like opponent has removal. Oh no, they're just cycling Might of the Meek. They're green-red, plays 3-tree Mascot. I don't think I attack with Bravekin Duo. I don't want to trade 2 damage for 1. We draw Pileated Provisioner. Tangle Tumbler. Opponent hit their 3rd land, didn't have any plays. I don't really want to use a removal spell on the 3-tree Mascot, so I think we'll just play Tangle Tumbler. No attacks. Teapot Slinger. Alright, I'll trade. Okay, so I could either play Mind Drill Assailant or Nocturnal Hunger and Ruthless Negotiation. And I think I like Nocturnal Hunger, Ruthless Negotiation, because Teapot Slinger is a powerful card. Opponent exiles Forest. And then, do I give opponent a food? I do have a fair bit of life gain in the deck, so I don't think I do. Opponent has Fountain Port, no plays. We draw Feed the Cycle. So that means our play is Mind Drill Assailant. An opponent makes a treasure token with Fountain Port. Opponent sacrifices a token with Fountain Port to draw a card, so they've got 2 mana. Plays 3-tree Rootweaver. Would really prefer to have drawn a land. And then I've got, so opponent has 6 mana. I can forage, Feed the Cycle. Opponent has 7 mana. Plays Hugs. For X equals 3. Which I think will blow up now. All opponents tapped out and before they exile cards. Alright, 5th land is useful. So I think we'll play Pileated Provisioner here. An attack, all opponents tapped out. Alright, opponent's got plenty of cards in hand. None of their creatures have reach. I think I activate Tangle Tumbler, hold up Sonar Strike. And then next turn, if we draw land, we can play Ruthless Negotiation and have Sonar Strike up. Opponent down to 11. Raccoon Rallier. Opponent still has 7 mana. Well, not much I can do about that. I guess I should have put the +1/+1 counter on the Mind Drill Assailant. They did have to trade. Alright, so I think we Ruthless Negotiation while opponent... before opponent empties their hand, which they can easily do next turn. And they discard a land, we draw a land. No blocks. Darkstar Augur would be pretty useful. Or another removal spell. Moonrise Cleric. Build Spark Shooter has reach. Opponent makes a fish. Enable Druid of the Spade. Opponent is down to 9. So if I can remove the Frilled Spark Shooter, we could be in good shape. I give Druid of the Spade haste. I think we'll take it for now. Intrepid Rabbit. I have 8 mana, so I can put a +1/+1 counter on something with Tangle Tumbler and Offspring Intrepid Rabbit. We're back up to 19. Opponent down to 5. Makes a treasure. I think we'll wait until end of turn to activate the Tangled Tumbler. Then Intrepid Rabbit can block Druid with Spade. Alright, they sacrifice the treasure to draw a card. Plays land, doesn't have any other plays. Oh, they've got something to do at instant speed. Oh yeah. They've got 2 tokens. Tangle Tumbler can put the counter on itself. I think we leave Tangle Tumbler black back, I should say, as a blocker, and then build up Life Creed Duo. Valley Flamecaller is good. Thistledown players. Okay. Would have definitely liked something other than a land there. We've drawn 11 lands, so there are 5 left in the deck. That means that roughly 1 out of 3 draws is a land. Okay, Raccoon Rallier is fine. Life 2 Duo. I don't think I attack. Opponent has 9 cards. So you could mill them out here. Tangle Tumbler is definitely early winter. Okay, excellent. We've got removal. Which I think we hold up. Roughshod Duo. Going down to 6 cards. Another land. Wandertail Mentor is fine. another land. No attacks. That makes a treasure end of turn. Alright, opponent's down to 3 cards in library. Plays Mara, Trash Tactician. Alright, we'll exile that with Early Winter. I'm glad I held up that removal. Alright, Fell is sorcery speed. I think we'll mill opponent out here. Opponent gets all the mana. Another Life Creed duo. Wandertail Mentor is fine. Alright. Well, you don't usually expect games of Bloomburrow to go to milling out, but they did, and there we go. Alright, so Tangled Tumbler, if you can enable it to turn into a creature, is pretty good, because it is a 6/6. And being able to have its activated ability at instant speed was useful. So we definitely won that game because of Tangled Tumbler. Because we flooded out a bit. An opponent drew a lot of cards. But fortunately, we were able to overcome their card advantage. We'll take it. On we go. On the play, three lands is good. I mean, I prefer 2 swamps, but I don't think we can turn this down. And then we've got Warren Elder on 2, we've got Savor as removal, and then Ruthless Negotiation in our opening hand, which is pretty much where you want it. And then we've got Intrepid Rabbit. So I think we keep this. Opponent exiles Pearl of Wisdom, plays Island. I think we'll play Bonebind Order here. It does the same amount of damage as Warren Elder, and I'm less concerned if it dies. Opponent is on blue-white, plays Bellowing Crier. Mind Drill Assailant. I could attack with Bonebind Order. But it would be kind of nice to have at least 2 creatures with which to target with the Intrepid Rabbit. Hoping to draw a land. Mouse Trapper, that's a much better target for Savor. And then I think I will trade Bonebind Order here while opponent is tapped out. Okay, didn't draw a land. I'll savor the Mouse Trapper while opponent's tapped out. I'm hoping to draw a Swamp. Opponent hits their 4th land. Plays Strike Force. There's our Swamp. So we drew our 4th land right on time. Opponent has their own Intrepid Rabbit, which is a lot better with Strike Force, because it's got double strike. But the net result is that we're tied. Could have Crumb and Get It, although they didn't have a pause. I think we attack with Intrepid Rabbit. I don't mind trading with their Intrepid Rabbit. Okay, we go to 12. There's Nocturnal Hunger. I think while opponent has one white, and it didn't look like they had Crumb and Get It. We'll use Nocturnal Hunger on Strike Force. That works. We trade Intrepid Rabbit tokens. And then if opponent still has a card in hand by my turn, then I think we play Ruthless Negotiation. Alright, so they are empty-handed, so Ruthless Negotiation not looking so good. So I'm glad I at least got some use out of it at the start. Bonebind Order can get back Intrepid Rabbit. Which will admittedly make it take longer to get to Threshold for Mind Drill Assailant. And I can play Bravekin Duo, hold up Warren Elder, and then exile Bonebind Order, end of turn. Alright, we'll take 5. Get back Intrepid Rabbit. Tangle Tumbler. So I can Offspring Intrepid Rabbit and activate Bravekin Duo. Chumps with the rabbit offspring token. Alright. Could have rabbit response, but I think in that case I'd rather lose my creatures than take 6. Alright. That actually was kind of annoying since it means I can't make my Tangle Tumbler an artifact creature. Oh wait, I can. I've got the offspring token. Alright, so Tangle Tumbler coming in useful here. Opponent's down to 7. I can both turn Tangle Tumbler into an artifact creature and activate it. I could also surveil with Mind Drill Assailant. But I think it's more useful to activate the Tangle Tumbler. Feed the cycle. Could forage, I don't need to, and then I can still either surveil with Mind Drill Assailant or activate Tangle Tumbler. And I think we do destroy Whiskervale Forerunner. Goes down to 4. Beza the Bounding Spring. That was pretty good. I'll take a Life Creed Duo. Alright. To surveil or Tangle Tumbler? I think we'll put a counter on Life Creed Duo. Thistle down players. Opponent is holding card in hand. So this might be my opportunity to play Ruthless Negotiations. It's a Plains, so they were holding a Plains. Oh, can't do anything about that. I'll trade the Brave King Duo for a token. Have a chump. All right. Well, there we go. We beat Beza. That was pretty lucky. On we go. Alright, on the draw, only 2 lands. And I only have plains. But any land lets me play all of my cards. Although obviously I'd prefer to wait to play Intrepid Rabbit with Offspring. So I think we'll keep this. And I'll also definitely want to play Intrepid Rabbit with Offspring, so I have a token to go with Tangle Tumbler. Opponent leads Fabled Passage. Wouldn't mind drawing my Fabled Passage. Get Swamp. We draw our 3rd land, and it's Swamp. That's useful. Opponent also black-white. We draw Mindrill Assailant. Bright Blade Stout would be better. I really should play that over Worn Elder. Could get removed, but I do have the Bonebind Orator. Opponent plays their 3rd land. Moonrise Cleric. Early Winter. Would have preferred a land. Opponent hits their 4th land. Play Sinister Monolith. No attacks. Don't draw land. Opponent hits their 5th land. Good for them. Plays Bonebind Orator. So they do attack with Moonrise Cleric. And they've got Vanishing Light. Alright, well that was useful. We exiled a Nocturnal Hunger. That's unfortunate. Well, looks like it's going to be 4 and 3. Life-free duo. Yeah, I really needed a land. I needed to be hitting lands a few times. So, we're taking 6. I can play Intrepid Rabbit, would be the most mana efficient. And then I'd have double blocks for Driftgloom Coyote. But we're still losing to Moonrise Cleric. Opponent's back up to 19. No attacks. We'll double block. Alright, so the good news is we still kill Driftgloom Coyote. Bad news is that trades for both our creatures. And we miss our land drop again. Finally hit our land. Alright, we're done here. Good game. Oh well. Well, that was unlucky. Missing our land drops cost us that. That's kind of obnoxious when that sort of thing happens. But we went 4 and 3, which is respectable, so we'll take it. Anyway, we didn't draw a Dark Star Augur. I think we just had it 2 games, and it got removed because I didn't play it with Offspring, so it didn't do me any good one game. But the one game we got it, we won with it, for sure. Anyway, so that was fun. Decent record. We'll take it. And we'll see if we have time for another Bloomburrow draft before the set rotates out. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. Bye.